Hello, welcome back to read some more of the Shamanic Mysteries of Egypt, Awakening the Healing Power of the Heart. And I will be holding my Emerald in Matrix. So I'm helping you escape the Matrix by opening your heart. That is what I just made a video celebrating my day 5 of Burst to Stars Detox, and I talked about the Emerald in Matrix. So if you want to go check that video out and hear some amazing things about this crystal, this stone. So I'm going to continue reading in the introduction, the exoteric versus esoteric. All religions and spiritual belief systems are presented in both exoteric and esoteric ways. Exoteric is that which is openly displayed. What is seen, written, shown, easily grasped by the mind and intellect. This outer doctrine is available for all adherents and would-be followers and is put forward to help people to make sense of things in their daily lives in a somewhat simple way. People can wrap their minds around exoteric ideas in order to give themselves a spiritual path to walk, with more or less clear guidelines. The exoteric path usually includes a hierarchy. There is the priesthood or clergy whose members hold various degrees of importance, usually leading up to a venerated master or leader, such as the Pope or Dalai Lama, an imam, or a tribal medicine chief. The congregation, the parish, the individuals who follow that leader agree to conform to the tradition and follow the letter of its law as interpreted by their leader. Over time, this hierarchical organization usually results in fundamentalist ideology and dogma. Fundamentals themselves are important. Consider, for example, the fundamentals in mathematics, and English, as well as in religion. When taken to the extreme, however, fundamentalism can become rickety, stuck, and even destructive or dangerous. There are clear distinctions between exoteric and esoteric knowledge. Esoteric traditions are much more closely related to the mysteries. In the past, these were meant only for the select few who had access to the secret. Initiatory knowledge that was held tightly for the exclusive inner priesthood. An uncorrupted person still in tune with his or her divinity would have held that knowledge with integrity and impeccability. The esoteric spiritual path holds the energy of the great mystery, that ineffable source behind anything that can be seen, written, or articulated. The people who have been most involved in the esoteric have been the mystics, saints, shamans, because the mystics tend to think outside of the box. They must feel their way into mysteries, as the mystical path is not charted. True esoteric spiritualism is more about passion than zeal. In recent times, many of the world's great religions have been locked into the ways of the past, perhaps holding on to secrecy too tightly, slow to change with the evolving spiritual needs of humanity. When people cannot feel the passion behind a particular ritual, spiritual path, or religion, that religion will soon lose its power and dry up. We may liken it to a beautiful lake, the source of which you cannot see because it is fed by an underground spring. If you didn't have the constant flow of that invisible underground surge of fresh waters coming in, the lake would stagnate and eventually evaporate. Religions and spiritual paths have the same requirements to sustain their viability. If the vital knowledge and access to source is not shared with the common people, the rituals dry up and the branch that fosters them is doomed. Although a present-day alignment with the esoteric, mystical/shamanic traditions of ancient Egypt might seem limiting in its scope and relevance, it is not. The rituals of the heart mind that we are bringing forth are actually intended for all kinds of people from all walks of life, regardless of their religious or non-religious paths. These rites will renew the heart and return heart-centered perspectives to the lives of all who pass through the portals within. These passages respond to the deep need of all people at this time for a merging of the heart and mind. It is akin to a mass soul retrieval for all who are able to give themselves fully to the experience accessible through performing these rites. So, there was a quote. I'm going to go ahead and read it. It says part 1, the first great round. May my heart increase. May it open wide as sky, enough to hold the breath of God. May it shape itself into crystal. May a light shine on the hidden things that a man might know himself, his colors, songs, and days. May the 8 gods whisper secrets. May a man grow great enough to inhabit his own heart. Wow. May he walk in it on long roads winding past lotus pools and flowers. May his heart be wide enough to hold the hearts of others. May those he loves link hands, a chain of forever. May his heart and arms and legs be strong, and his strength be used for dancing and sowing fields, holding his wife and uplifting their children. May his heart become an altar unto God. May all that passes through be offered to heaven. May the life which touches him turn again to life. My heart is a field above which the sun rolls, never-ending beat, beat, beat. May the will of the great heart infuse the body. May the rains come followed by sun, and the green leaves clinging to the vine that bend themselves toward light. And that is Normandy Ellis, Awakening Osiris, the Egyptian Book of the Dead. So thank you for listening. I'll be back tomorrow with some more of this book. Bye.